I'm going to show you how to make ruby egg bhuna. That's a traditional, well, it's actually a traditional South Asian dish, but it's something that we eat in Bangladesh quite a lot. It's very easy to make. It's a little bit of work involved in it, so I'm going to show you how to do it. But what you're going to need to make the ruby egg bhuna is you're going to need some ruby eggs. Now, what are ruby eggs? Let me show you now. These are known as ruby eggs. They're crispy, hard-boiled egg, which are then crispy fried in oil using the Naz's noshla. Okay, so this I'm going to show you how to make the ruby egg in a moment. So that's what you're going to need, and that's what's referred to as ruby egg bhuna. You're going to need an onion. That's medium to a large onion, finely chopped. I'm going to make about, say, 8 to 10 eggs, so that's going to be enough because the onion itself adds consistency to the sauce. Okay, so that would probably do. You can use a little bit less onion if you want to, but I'm going to have quite a bit of sauce for this as well, so I'm going to use a fair amount. Okay, then you're going to need to have salt, fresh coriander, you're going to need a couple of bay leaves, and you're going to need Naz's fish and vegetable noshla. That's what you need, is a fish and vegetable noshla to make this. Ruby eggs. I'm going to show you how to make the ruby eggs. This nice crispy, spicy, crispy, hard-boiled egg. From this to this, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so what you need is some hard-boiled eggs, like so, and you need a sharp knife. I'm using a chopper, so don't you be using a chopper. All right, just put some cuts into it, small cuts, nothing too deep. Why that is so the spices can actually go inside the egg, so it makes them a little bit more interesting. All right, not only that, but it leaves a lovely shape on, lovely design on it when you sort of cook it. There you go. There you are. See, just right the way from top to bottom, not too deep, because if you make it too deep, then it cuts in there, and if it cuts in there, then it might break up. All right, so that's what you've got to be careful of. Okay, where you see the yolk sort of showing on the surface, don't cut on there because it's likely to break up. All right, and if you are going to go on it, just do it very, very thin. Okay, there you go. So we got 4 eggs, which has been scalded, and we've got our oil. Now the oil has to be hot and it has to be almost smoking, because what we've got to do is we've got to put the spices in the oil now. And after we put the spices, we're going to put the eggs in straight away, okay? And what's going to do is it's going to burn and it's going to singe it more or less, all right? And that's what we've got to do. So you've got to be a little bit careful. Okay, so make sure the temperature of the oil is right. Okay, just below it's smoking. This is about 1 teaspoonful. There you are, see? Maybe add another one actually. Okay, I'm going to wait for it to smoke a little, and then I'm going to put the eggs in, like so. All right. The thing is at this stage here, sort of slightly turn them around gently, slowly turn them around, so it's fried right the way around. There you go. They're nearly done now. See. Now, there you go. There's the ones that I did earlier. Okay, we're going to make the ruby egg bhuna. I showed you all the ingredients that you needed to have. What I didn't tell you is get some garlic. There is garlic in the noshla, but get some garlic from. Use some fresh garlic, and that'll make all the difference anyway. And maybe if you want to add a few chilies onto it, you can do. So, you know, this is not on the thing as I showed earlier on, but it's there if you want to use it. Now let me show you how to do the garlic. It's very easy. Get a knife or something and just tap it like so. Once you tap it, it sort of explodes, and once it explodes, the coat, it breaks open like so. Okay, so we got them. The garlic there. Let's just slice this, because I don't want to mash it all up and puree it, because I still want to be able to taste the bits of garlic. So I'm going to leave it bitsy. All right. Okay, and the chilies. I'm going to use this one here. There you go. I've got the pan here, and I've added 2 tablespoons of oil to this now, and that's going to serve. Well, I mean, I've got 10 eggs. I mean, it depends on how many eggs you want to eat each. Probably 2 each or 3 each. It'll serve between 4 and 5 people anyway, 3 or 4 people anyway. So first of all, we need the onions. Remember, we're using the onions as the sauce, so it's a fair amount of onion gone in there. I'm going to put the chilies and the bay leaf. And I just gently caramelise everything there now. Need a bit of seasoning. Occasionally giving it a stir. Come back to that in a minute or two. This has been cooking, frying up for about 3 or 4 minutes. This is the consistency, this is the colour you want to get to. And what you want to do now is add a bit of water to this now. And the reason why you want to add a bit of water to it is because you want the onions to break up. Okay, there's about 3 or 4 fluid ounces of water going in there. Alright, and as you can see, it's going to break the onions up because they've actually... There, see? We'll wait for that to reduce before we spice it. So let's come back to this in another minute or so. There you go. That's been frying up for about a minute now. All we're going to do is now, remember the garlic I had? Let's put the garlic in there. Now you could put this garlic at the very start and that would have been caramelized like with the onions, and it would have actually gone right through the sauce. As I said earlier on, I fancy the slight bit of difference. I'm putting the garlic at the end so that whenever you're eating the egg, or whenever you get the sauce, every mouthful or every other mouthful you get a little bit of a garlicky sort of explosion, and that's quite nice. You know, but if you're not into that type of thing, don't worry, just put it in at the beginning. Okay, now it's ready for me to spice. Now again, how much do you put in there? It depends on how strong you want it. Alright, I'm going to put, well, that's probably about a level sort of tablespoon. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to need to have some water handy. Alright, why is that? What we need to have water? Because we don't want this to burn. And add some water and let it reduce. Now we need to reduce that. Look at that beautiful colour. I mean, especially if you've got some nice fresh bay leaves, can't beat it. Let that reduce. Medium heat, simmer it for about 5 minutes, let it reduce, and then throw the eggs in. And there you go, you've got your ruby egg bhuna. Right, this has been about 4.5 minutes. It's reduced quite a bit. Now, all we have to do is just add the eggs to it now. Coriander. Naz's Ruby Egg Bhuna. Okay, full video demonstration suitable for vegetarian using the Bangladeshi fish and vegetable nosla. Okay, or Indian fish and vegetable nosla. As you can see, absolutely fantastic. Look at that, that looks beautiful.